On the 10th of May, 1845, a wooden ship named the Maidstone rocked gently as it approached the shores of Old Harbor Bay in St. Catherine. The air was thick with sea salt and tropical heat. On board were over 230 East Indians, men, women, and children, huddled together with tired eyes and hopeful hearts. Most came from various towns and villages in northern India. Them never know where them did I go, but them did know so them happy survive. They had signed contracts, Gurmit as it was called, believing that they would work, earn, and return home for a set period, normally about 5 years. But the journey across the Kalapani Black Water was more than just physical. It was spiritual, emotional, and life changing. They had left behind everything they knew, stepping into a world of sugar estates, colonial expectations, and a brand new rhythm of life. Now, the work was grueling. Under a blazing Caribbean sun, these immigrants bent over fields, cutting sugarcane from sunrise to sunset. The conditions were not too far removed from slavery. Poor housing, marga and harsh punishment if tasks were not completed on time. Many faced illness and abuse. But if there is one thing the Indian people brought with them in abundance, it was resilience. They found ways to cope. A plate of roti, a whispered prayer to Allah Vishnu, a song from back home, hum, while carrying a bundle of cane. All of it kept their spirits alive. Slowly but surely, they began to build a community. Wherever East Indians settled, Clarendon, Westmoreland, Kingston, and St. Catherine, they brought with them seeds, both literal and symbolic. Mangoes, tamarind trees now flourish in Jamaican backyards thanks to those early plantings. But even more lasting were the cultural seeds. The smell of curry and cumin began to drift through Jamaican villages. Words like roti, aloo, and chutney entered the Jamaican vocabulary. They also brought weed, which became so significant to the Rastafari community. Hindu and Muslim traditions took root. Temples and mosques were quietly built, and holidays became part of the calendar in Indian communities. People would travel from far to just get some curry and white rice from the Indian people them in a Jamaica. And at every Indian wedding or religious ceremony, you could hear the rhythmic drums mixing with the breeze, bringing a piece of India to the West Indies. As generations passed, Indians began to integrate with the wider Jamaican society. Many fell in love, married outside their ethnicity, and formed families that were proudly both Indian and Jamaicans. But please note in Jamaica, we do not say Indo Jamaicans or Indian Jamaicans. We're just known as Jamaicans. Children born of this fusion carried names from both traditions. Sita Brown, Rajay Clark, Jamal Singh. Indians opened shops, bought land, and sent their children to school. They became lawyers, retail shop owners, furniture store owners, trade workers, landlords, moneylenders, doctors, and more. Jamaican society, ever vibrant and accepted, embraced them. Today, Jamaica's culture wouldn't be what it is without the Indian touch. Can you imagine Sunday dinner without your curry on the stove? Or a dancehall session without the occasional chutney beat mix? Or local song words without words like coolie, which, while controversial, speaks to a shared history. East Indians have given Jamaica more than food and festivals. They have shaped Jamaica's identity, helped to economy and social fabric. So in business, many Jamaicans became successful entrepreneurs running wholesale shops. So you see the Indians them supermarkets and hardware stores in both rural and urban areas. A lot of them also turned to trade. Like my grandfather, he had the shoemaking trade in his family. In medicine and law, generations of Indian Jamaicans have served the nation as doctors, lawyers, teachers, and nurses. In music and culture, the vibrant Chutney music scene and the sounds of Indian instruments have influenced local music genres. The tassa drums still ring out at festivals. In education, Indian families place high value on education. Their children often rose to prominence in academics and public service. In 1995, Jamaica celebrated 150 years of Indian presence. It was a powerful moment of recognition, a time to honor the journey, the struggle, and the contribution of a people who came as strangers but became family. But the challenge for them, for the Indian society, is preservation. As more generations are born farther from the original roots, the old ways risk fading. That's why storytelling, celebration, and education matter. It's important for young Jamaicans. Indians are not to understand how this cultural blend came to be. The East Indian story in Jamaica is one of endurance, transformation, and unity. Though they came on contracts, they stayed and they contributed. Though they were once treated as outsiders, they became a part of the Jamaican out of many one people. Today, every bite of curry, every note of Tassa music, every name like Raj, Panda Island, are one reminder of that melting pot of races. So the next time you pass one corner shop with a sign saying Sing and Sons, or you smell curry bubbling from the pot on a Sunday, pause. Because, you know, it probably would exist like that if I never fail. The Indian immigrants that came here 180 years ago. Now Jamaica celebrates the Indian immigrants' 180th anniversary of being in Jamaica. It's going to happen this Sunday. The National Council for Indian Culture in Jamaica will honor this incredible legacy at the Chedwin Park in Old Harbor from 2 to 8:30. So they're going to have a lively showcase of dance, music, food, and history. The vibes start even early on Friday, May 9th, with a pre-show at Emancipation Park from 6 to 9 p.m. Featured performance include Chutney soca star Renuka, Vijay, and band, classical kaka dancers, tassa drummers, and Bollywood dancers, blending the heartbeat of India with the rhythm of Jamaica. And of course, the food that got mad. Traditional and Indo-Jamaican dishes, roti, curry, sweetmeats, and spice delicacy will fill the air with aroma and bellies with joys. So let's give it up for the Indians, who are some of our ancestors, for the journey from East India to Jamaica to make a better life.